Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Tuesday, the 18th day of June. It's Autistic Pride Day. And I know some people who are autistic, and there are some people who see that like as a negative. The people that I know who like embrace it, it's almost like a superpower. It is amazing. Clean Your Aquarium Day today. I have not had an aquarium for years. Remember we used to have a fish.
Our son had a fish.
Yeah, we haven't had one in a while. International Panic Day and International Picnic Day. Those are really close to each other too. International Sushi Day. And if you're having sushi on a picnic, you might want to panic.
I love picnics. You never take me on picnics.
It's also Go Fishing Day. Is it weird that it's Go Fishing Day on Sushi Day? And National Wanna Get Away Day. And what else do we have here? Cherry Tart Day. All of those things. And there's other things, I'm sure. You can see the whole list in the show notes. It's also a Tuesday, which means we have Tuesdays with Charlie. And I'm so excited for you guys to hear how awesome Charlie sounds.
I am too.
He's doing
Sounds
so well.
Amazing.
And we'll chat more about that coming up in a bit.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. According to new research, if you text and drive, you might be a psychopath.
Oh.
Yeah. Interviews from 1,000 German drivers found a shocking 61% admitted to problematic use of their device while driving. Along with connections to fear of missing out and antisocial behavior, problematic smartphone users were also associated to narcissism and psychopathy. So they're saying you're a narcissistic psychopath if you're driving around with your phone in your hand while you're driving, texting.
It's such a bad idea.
It is a very bad idea. Recent, unrelated research also connected drivers with deliberately loud cars to being psychopaths.
Wow,
so if you have a deliberately loud car and you're texting while driving, then you
might want to get some help.
Quite possibly want to go have somebody do an evaluation. And again, this is in Germany, but it probably is the same everywhere, I would assume. I don't know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signing, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Did you know? Brought to you by Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Heidi, did you know the term footage comes from back when films were measured in feet? We actually just talked about that not too long ago.
Yeah.
But when they were editing in the early days of filmmaking, back in the day when movies were released without audio, they used 35 millimeter film, like the same kind of film you'd use in a camera. And then depending on how long that was, that's how long the movie was. And it was footage because they would do it based per foot. So there you go.
That's so cool.
We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman are ready for some midnight margaritas 26 years after Practical Magic hit theaters. They're returning for a sequel, so that's kind of cool. Deals for the Big Little Liars star and the proposal actress to return for Practical Magic 2 are being negotiated as we speak. So, did you watch Practical Magic, the first one?
I don't remember. If
Okay.
I did, it was not very noteworthy.
Well, it was from 1998, so I'll have to check it out. I don't know if I've ever seen it. And a red Ferrari that once belonged to Cher recently sold at auction. The new owner shelled out over $500,000 for a vintage sports car. Cher's former 1972 Ferrari 246 Dino GTS changed hands Monday, going for $568,000. I think this is a week ago Monday.
How?
So yeah, that was no word on who the no owner is. By the way, it's not in the story, so it's not me. I know that. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you love your carbs, beware. Foods like white bread and pasta, chips and cereal and crackers could be worse for your health than dessert. Yeah. Whitney DeFaggio, registered dental hygienist, is warning that fermentable carbs are bad for your teeth because they break down into sneaky sugars while they're still being chewed. That increases your chances of tooth decay. Parents will offer goldfish crackers over candy because they think that it's healthier, but they're saying no, it might actually be worse. Now, here's the good news. Dark chocolate is surprisingly good for your teeth because it can easily be rinsed off. And as foods that require having a heavier biting and chewing, this is something, it can be as good for you as something that requires biting and chewing like crunchy vegetables. So. There you go. So dark chocolate for me.
I do like dark chocolate, but we should really like carbs.
Yeah.
So that's a little heartbreaking.
Well, a woman is given just a 15% chance of conceiving a baby naturally, was able to give birth to a child after a stranger donated $13,000 for her to undergo IVF.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Jem Baker of England had always dreamed of being a mother, but she never met the right man, which was, kind of important to start a family. And now, after she's 38 years old, she was diagnosed with endometriosis. That was back in 2017. She had a low egg count, very poor chances of conceiving a child. The news was soul-destroying, she said. She looked into in vitro fertilization, but was shocked by the cost. Well, her friend said, you should set up a GoFundMe. And she really didn't want to do that. She said it just went mental. People went crazy donating to it. She managed to raise $13,000. I don't know if it's pounds. Maybe it's 13,000 pounds.
Probably pounds. Because
this is in England. But it's got a dollar sign. A few false starts, but finally the pregnancy took. And 9 months later, she was able to welcome a little girl, Clover Iris, into the world.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Clover Iris is now almost a year old. It says, being a mom is exactly what I dreamed and more. I love that.
Aww.
I've got that story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
It's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We reach out to my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
And he's here. How you doing, Charlie?
In the studio.
In the studio.
In the flesh. In an undisclosed location. Charlie, you're looking really good, man.
We do that for security reasons.
We do that for security reasons. When he shows up, it's a lot like when the Beatles would go to a concert. There's people mobbing
it's a
us.
whole thing.
They bring me in the back of a trunk of a car and remove the duct tape and the rope, and I'm here.
Yes. Well, you're looking good. You're sounding good, and you got some good stuff for us?
Well, you always say it's good stuff, but
it is good stuff.
It's stuff.
It is. What do we have?
Hey, you ever been to London?
I have not. Heidi has.
That's right.
Yeah.
When you were just a kid.
She was a young whippersnapper at that time.
Well, I sent her there, and I didn't think she'd find her way back. She made it.
She did, somehow.
Well, anyway, did you drive in traffic in London?
I did not do any driving at all, no.
Do you know that it travels at the same speed as horse-drawn carriages a century ago did?
Oh,
really?
So that must mean it's really congested.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Huh. Ooh. Wow. I'm just killing time.
Hey, 5 minutes is 5 minutes, man.
We got to stretch this out.
He's got 2 minutes worth of stuff to squeeze into 5 minutes.
Hey, then, at ATM you have a PIN number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they were originally intended to have 6 digits,
Really?
but only have 4?
Why do they only have 4 then?
Because the inventor's wife could not remember that many.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I would have had a hard time as well.
BR
1, 2, 3, 4.
549. BR 549. That's 5.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember that, though.
That's easy enough.
Hey, then back in the medieval days,
Yeah.
the peasants, they worked for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got more vacation time than modern day workers.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't doubt that.
So
at
you're
all.
saying we're worse off than the peasants?
Yikes.
And if you look at it, if you read it real quick, it says pheasants, but it's peasants.
You spelled it wrong, or somebody on your staff did?
One
It's
of
that
us
staff.
did. I'm going to fire him. You know how hard it is to find people to work for you?
Yeah, especially when you don't pay them anything.
Well, not my fault. Hey, then, did you know it is illegal in many countries to perform surgical procedures on an octopus
Really?
I don't
without
know why you would.
anesthesia?
Okay.
Well, you shouldn't do that on anything without anesthesia.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, then it says due to their intelligence. I didn't know they were that sharp.
Apparently.
I didn't know they were either.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why we come to this program, because you learn a lot of stuff.
That's
learn-
true. We
we
learn all
learn quite a
sorts
bit.
of things.
Yes.
and a
some
lot
of
of
it's-
stuff you don't even care about.
Some of it's true, even, which is nice.
Hey, then, well, you're married, right? Rumor has it.
yes,
To
we
each other.
are.
Oh, no, really? Did you know that mail-ordered marriages are less likely to end in divorce than marriages overall in the United States?
Oh, wow.
I have heard that.
Well, there's a couple of us sitting here that have been married a couple times.
There was no...
That's true.
There's no mail ordering involved in any of them, though.
I don't want to mention any names. But this is a short... I got one more thing.
Oh, what do you got?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
You want to sing a song or anything while we're here?
You still have one more thing, or you don't have one
No,
more
I got one more thing.
Oh, okay. What do you have?
A 14-year-old boy broke into Queen Victoria's Buckingham Palace while disguised as a chimney sweep and stole her underwear.
Why on earth would you want to steal her?
Probably just to
underpants?
prove you could do it, I suppose.
Well, I think he was a little pervert. But
Yeah.
Wow.
That's, you know what? Hats off to him for what a crazy thing
creative.
to do. Yeah.
I like that boy.
Well, Charlie, are you ready for a question?
We better have one, yes.
Okay, so this was sent to me, actually called in and left me a voicemail. A listener, Michael. Michael, thank you for calling, by the way. Here's your question, Charlie. Bert Blyleven, Minnesota Twins. He won 287 games. He played for 22 years for the Twins. What was his jersey number?
28.
What do you think it was, Heidi?
69.
Well, Charlie is right.
It was 28.
You're kidding me.
No, he called last week. He's like, hey, I got a question that's the answer is 28.
So then Charlie will be right.
Charlie will be right.
Yeah.
I've noticed nobody gave me a question where the answer will be 69 for Heidi. She can continue to be wrong. Charlie, thanks for coming in, man.
Well, I didn't have any choice.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. A little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
If you want a better credit card, it can be easy and not so hard. BetterCreditCards.com. Earn more points and get more perks. Get what you're looking for in a card that works. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Studies show that it's usually the most talkative spouse who gets his or her way. That is so untrue in my household. I am so much more talkative than her, and I haven't gotten my way in 17 and a half years. I remember. It was glorious. Yes, it was wonderful. We had ribs that day. That's what I wanted. She wanted something else. Oh, I haven't forgotten. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Swallowing uses 25 muscles. Wow.
Oh.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The height of a bowling pin is equal to its circumference. You wouldn't think so, but apparently that is. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The the toilet paper brand Northern Tissue, their slogan in 1935 was splinter-free toilet paper.
Oh, that's a plus.
And it still is, by the way, splinter-free. They just quit reminding us. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The area code for Cape Canaveral in Florida, the location where NASA has their primary launch site, the area code is 321.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Several
That is
fun
cool.
facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's rad. It's bad. It's 80s. The coolest rock vacation of the summer. Retromania Live. August 21st through 25th, the Mansion Theater. Starring Vince Neil, Bobby Brown, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Night Ranger, Tom Kiefer, Tiffany, Lou Graham, Pauly Shore, celebrity autograph signing, costume parties, and more. Single day tickets on sale now at RetromaniaLive.com. Produced by Branson Star Entertainment.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. A question for you, Heidi. Years ago, almost every child did this. Only about 30% do this now. What is it? I remember as a kid, we did this like at school, and there was even
Say
like
the Pledge of Allegiance?
No, jump rope. I remember when I was a kid, we had like jump rope for heart. Do they still do that?
I don't know.
That was a
That's
big
good
deal back in the
question.
day.
Yeah, it sure was.
The Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Sometimes in the midst of a long travel delay, there's nothing more relaxing than unbuckling your airplane seatbelt, downing a nice glass of wine, and grabbing a neck pillow and an eye mask and catching some Z's. But researchers saying that that's a bad idea. Following a study from the Institute of Aerospace Medicine in Germany, experts are calling for limits of in-flight alcohol. They say they found that plane passengers who drink before dozing off during a long-haul flight are risking their heart health. There's some sort of problem where there's a combination of cabin pressure, drinking, and dozing. It lowers the amount of oxygen in your blood and raises your heart rate for an extended period, even in people who are young and healthy. Researchers wrote higher doses of alcohol could amplify these effects, escalating the risk of health complications and medical emergencies
Shouldn't they have known
during
this
flight.
a long time ago?
Yeah, especially among older individuals and those with medical conditions. As a result, they're suggesting that in-flight consumption of alcohol beverages should be restricted. So I've actually seen people who've had too much to drink while they're on a flight.
Oh, it's just a bad idea.
It's a horrible
in
idea.
general.
There was a lady and she had too much to drink before getting on the flight.
Yeah.
And, it was really, really, really bad. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I might have this today and tomorrow because there's a pretty good list here.
Okay.
Stars who were almost cast in huge roles.
I like these.
Yeah.
These are interesting to
Like
think about.
Tom Selleck. Can you imagine him as Indiana Jones?
Not even a little.
He was the guy who they wanted to be Indiana Jones. He even did a screen test. Ultimately, he was not able to commit to it because he had this other gig he was working on, Magnum P.I.
Ah.
That's when George Lucas said, you know what? I've got this guy, Harrison Ford. I'd like to see if maybe he'd be interested. And he said yes.
Nice.
How about Christina Applegate in Legally Blonde? Yeah, Reese Witherspoon is renowned for playing Elle Woods, but Christina Applegate had the opportunity and turned the role down.
Wow.
She said, I just think it's too similar to my character in Married with Children. She's like, I don't want to be that character in a bunch of stuff.
I see. I get that.
And how about Harry Styles in The Little Mermaid? Yeah, the One Direction singer decided against playing Prince Eric in the 2023 remake. He was like, nope, I want to do darker projects. I don't want to do, kid stuff. So I've got more fun stuff that we'll share tomorrow because there's several. I've got all of them, though, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of radiosavings.com. Our quote today is from Elbert Hubbard. Although I've heard this said by many people, he's the one who originally said it. He said, do not take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive. So, and that was in movie. What movie
Van
was that?
Wilder.
Is that what it was in?
It was.
Okay, yeah, it was in that. I knew it was in a movie. I didn't remember which movie. For some reason, I was thinking it was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but no, different movie.
Nope.
Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And take a listen to this headline. This is a really nice story. First graders' kind gesture makes recess accessible for special needs classmate.
Aww.
Every day at school, Abel Baxley, a compassionate first grader in Tennessee, performs a heartwarming act of kindness for a friend and a classmate, Natalia Petosa. Born with Angelman syndrome, a condition that affects her ability to walk, Natalia relies on a wheelchair for mobility. To ensure that she can navigate safely, Abel voluntarily sweeps the gravel off the sidewalk leading out to the playground every day during recess. How amazing is that?
You know who this reminds me of?
Oh, our daughter Taylor,
Yeah.
100%. It says, I do sweep off the gravel and the rocks, Abel said, demonstrating his commitment to the playground, to making the playground accessible for her. Her mother, April, expressed her deep gratitude for Abel's efforts. She said, it makes me feel very happy and heartfelt to know that he does whatever he can in his heart. He is out here sweeping the rocks up for her to make sure she gets to and from the playground safely. She added that Abel's thoughtful actions bring joy to Natalia's day every day at school.
Of course, yeah.
I love that. And the reason my wife said it reminds her of our daughter. Our daughter did some really cool stuff when she was in kindergarten.
Yep.
A couple of young ladies in her class.
Well, she's always been.
Yeah, there were some young ladies in her class that needed some extra help, and she never was asked to do it. She just did it. And our conferences, the teacher said, I just want to know how proud you should be of your daughter. And she told us about that.
Yeah. It was
And
so
I'm over
sweet.
there bawling my eyes out
You
at
were.
conferences. Heidi's like, yeah, I have to live with him. So, I don't know where Taylor gets the niceness. Clearly it's from me. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.